LeBron era officially over in Los Angeles. Lakers land a blockbuster center in a sign-and trade. Insider reveals there's still one puzzle piece missing. A $20 million pitch is on the table for a former lottery pick. 16 players on the roster, and someone has to go. Bronny James just got a guaranteed deal of his own. This could be the most important week of the Lakers offseason. Welcome back to the channel, your home for the latest Lakers news, trade rumors, roster moves, and breaking free agency updates. Before we get into it, tell us in the comments which roster spot matters most to you right now. Let's get into it. Mini headline. The Lakers are officially building a roster without LeBron James for the first time in 8 years. Context. After 8 seasons in purple and gold, LeBron told the organization he intends to play elsewhere in 2026 to 27, closing out the longest single-team stretch of his career. That single decision changed the shape of the Lakers' entire offseason, shifting the front office's focus fully toward building around Luka Doncic. Source. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, James is now down to a short list of finalists, with the Cavaliers, Heat, and 76ers most frequently mentioned, while Golden State and Minnesota have also been floated. Mechanics. There's no draft compensation coming back to the Lakers here. LeBron simply walks as an unrestricted free agent. But the trickle-down effect is real. Cap flexibility, roster construction, and the timeline for contention all pivot around this exit. Fit/why it matters. With Doncic now the unquestioned centerpiece, the front office spent the summer chasing size, shooting, and defense instead of trying to keep a 41-year-old's timeline alive. Obstacle. The Lakers aren't the only ones affected. Sources have described several other free agents and even front offices around the league as being in something close to a holding pattern until James actually makes his call. Debate. Some fans see this as addition by subtraction, a chance to build a younger, more sustainable core. Others argue no roster fully replaces what LeBron brought, even if 41. Consequence. The Lakers have already moved on in their planning. The real question is whether LeBron's final decision changes the market for the pieces still available. Transition. That wasn't the only major move reshaping this roster. The Lakers didn't wait around to fill the void in the front court. Mini headline. Lakers land a rim protector in one of the biggest trades of their summer. Context. Front court defense and rebounding had been a season-long weakness. And with LeBron's minutes off the books, the front office finally had room to address it. Source. Lakers insider Dave McMenamin reported the team is far from finished retooling around Doncic, and this trade was the clearest signal of that intent. Mechanics. The Lakers acquired Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz in a sign-and trade, and also brought in Kevin Looney to further reinforce the center rotation, while shipping out pieces like DeAndre Ayton along the way. Fit. Kessler led the league in offensive rebounding 2 seasons ago, averaging 11.1 points, 12.2 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game, before an injury-shortened year. At 24, his shot blocking and rebounding give Doncic and Austin Reeves exactly the interior anchor this roster lacked. Obstacle. Kessler is coming off a season limited to just 5 games, which means health, not talent, is the real variable the Lakers are betting on. Risk versus reward. The medical history is a legitimate concern, but a healthy, 24-year-old defensive anchor at this price point is the kind of swing most contenders would take. Consequence. If Kessler stays healthy, the Lakers may have solved their biggest weakness in a single move. If not, the center spot becomes a problem all over again. Transition. That still wasn't enough for the front office, because according to McMenamin, there's one more decision still on the table. Mini headline. The Lakers are viewed as the frontrunners for Jonathan Kuminga, and Dave McMenamin says the front office isn't finished. Context. Even after Kessler, Mamie Kalashvili, Grimes, and Sexton all joined the roster this summer, the Lakers have one open spot left, and it's become the center of the entire offseason conversation. Source. McMenamin, speaking on ESPN's NBA Today, explained the math directly. There's 16 players on the team, McMenamin said. So, just by virtue of that information, they aren't done. Mechanics. Between now and the start of the season, a team can carry up to 20 players through training camp, but has to trim down to the regular season limit once the year begins, meaning someone currently on this roster won't make the final cut. Fit. On the Kuminga pursuit specifically, McMenamin has described the Lakers' remaining spot as genuinely significant to the roster's ceiling, with a reported offer in the $20 million range on the table. The pitch, as McMenamin has framed it, is straightforward. Come play on the league's biggest stage, take a short-term pay cut, and build your value back up alongside a superstar. Obstacle: Kuminga isn't a natural fit at power forward and has been inconsistent across 5 seasons in Golden State and a half season in Atlanta, which is exactly why some in the building have cautioned against treating him as a roster savior. Risk versus rue. Ard. The price looks reasonable on paper, but the fit questions are real. Still, with the free agent board this thin in late July, the Lakers may see him as the best swing left available. Debate: should the Lakers gamble on upside at forward, or is a steadier, lower-ceiling addition the smarter move this late in the summer? Consequence: McMenamin's larger point stands regardless of Kuminga specifically. With 16 players already on the roster, at least one name currently on this team is not making it to opening night. Transition: away from the Kuminga chase, there's another decision quietly playing out, one involving a name every Lakers fan already knows. That mini headline: the Lakers made a quiet but telling decision on Bronny James' future. Context: with LeBron departing, questions immediately turned to whether Bronny would stay in Los Angeles or follow his father elsewhere. Source: a league source told ESPN's McMenamin that the Lakers moved early to fully guarantee the second-year guard's contract. Mechanics: the Lakers locked in Bronny's deal at $2.3 million. A clear signal about his standing in the organization independent of his father's decision. Fit: it gives the coaching staff a known, cost-controlled rotation piece to develop regardless of how the frontcourt or wing situation shakes out. Obstacle: none of that guarantees him playing time. The roster crunch McMenamin flag applies to every non-guaranteed and lightly guaranteed name on this team. Consequence: Bronny's spot looks safe. What's far less safe is the Lakers' pursuit of restricted free agent big man Jalen Duren, where Detroit has both the leverage and the will to match any offer, making that path close to a dead end. Transition: all of this brings us back to the central tension McMenamin has been pointing to all summer. That mini headline: with one roster spot open and 16 players already on the books, the Lakers have to make a decision, and soon. Context: every move this summer, Kessler, Kalashvili, Grimes, Sexton, the Bronny guarantee, has been building toward this exact roster crunch. Source: McMenamin's read is simple. The math forces a subtraction before the season starts, whether that's continuing to shop pieces who haven't found a role or moving on from a recent addition entirely. Debate: should the Lakers use that final spot to gamble on upside with someone like Kuminga or play it safe with a steadier veteran piece? Consequence: whatever happens, the roster the Lakers open the season with won't be the one they have today. So, should the Lakers spend their last roster spot on upside or uncertainty? Tell us which one in the comments. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more Lakers news, trade rumors, and roster analysis. See you in the next video.